This is him talking to his Socialist Party MPs, having just come out of a cabinet meeting. The party leaders were scheduled to speak in Parliament this evening anyway. Of course, Parliament is convened, debating the vote of confidence due on Friday night into the government and into George Papandreou as Prime Minister. I think that what we may be witnessing here is the most extraordinary turnaround in George Papandreou's political fortunes, at least in the very short term. What he said here to his MPs in trying to restore some sense of support for him. I assumed responsibility, he said, for a situation that no one could predict. The principal goal was to prevent Greece from going bankrupt. The deal that is on the table now, the new bailout deal, in so much jeopardy because of this referendum that he said was a commitment of the partners, of Greece's partners in the EU, that showed that the sacrifices of ordinary Greeks would not be lost. He has put all of this in jeopardy by the decisions he has taken this week. The turnaround now seems to be coming out of that cabinet meeting which ended about an hour ago, in which he told his cabinet ministers that talks would begin with the opposition New Democracy Party to try and form some sort of coalition government, which the opposition is in favour of. They've said that, a transitional government towards general elections, one though that would in the meantime immediately pass the new terms of the bailout. And if that consensus was reached, he told them, there'd be no further need for a referendum. He praised the opposition for coming to its senses. He said he was glad this referendum issue had brought people to their senses, which is astonishing when you consider that all week here in Greece and in the Eurozone generally, people have considered that George Papandreou himself had gone completely mad. Now, he's not out of the woods, of course. There is still this vote to come on Friday, with dwindling support among his MPs that he'll be trying now to restore. Those MPs who said they were going to vote were against the referendum. If he can show that there is no referendum, perhaps, just maybe, he can scrape through on Friday night and find himself the leader of a transitional coalition government with a general election to fight. That's now conceivable. It certainly wasn't 2 hours ago. All day, people have been predicting the end of George Papandreou, that he was about to resign.
Indeed. If we do see a coalition of national unity forming, how likely is it that Greeks will want him to stay at the helm?
Well, Greeks won't necessarily be given that choice, at least not in the short term. This would be a transitional government. It seems that the opposition is demanding that he stay at the helm. The reason, quite probably, is that they want to be sure that when they come to fight a general election, they are fighting one against George Papandreou, who is bitterly unpopular in this country, rather than his finance minister, Evangelos Venizelos, who is a much stronger, more popular politician that they wouldn't necessarily want to be fighting an election against. So the Greek people will be asked to decide at a general election. At this stage, looking at his general population figures, there's virtually no chance that he can win that. I'm not sure that's something he can pull out of the bag, but he might well be able to steer this country through to getting its bailout in place, and then perhaps exit the political stage with some sort of dignity.